Hey guys, it's Trish. This is going to be your full moon and Capricorn report. Now, I just want to put this disclaimer out there. I'm clairvoyant, clairsentient, and clairaudient, okay? I am not an astrologer. This is an intuitive energy navigational guide. It's basically weekly predictions. And I want to remind you that I do swear, so if you're underage or sensitive to swearing, I'd advise you to stop watching now. Okay, fuck. Okay, good, they're gone. Just checking. Okay, so full moon in Capricorn is also known as the buck moon, the hay moon, the thunder moon. It is happening in Hawaii at 11:38 a.m. on July 16th. Okay, and it's at 24 degrees. Okay, so when I see 24 equals 6, which is about showing your love through service. It's being responsible to your loved ones, and the 2 and the 4 together is a balance that's manifesting in the physical realm, or a partnership that is manifesting in the physical realm, or you're managing to stay grounded and balanced. Okay, this is, oh, excuse me, this almost feels like a power team too, like the power couple. Could be, it doesn't have to be a male and a female, but for a lot of you twin flames and soulmates out there, there is some money and some work issues and home issues in regards to that. That's, you guys are dealing with this right now. Okay, so moving on. The partial lunar eclipse is at 11:31 a.m., approximately 7 minutes before the exact fullness of the Capricorn moon. Okay, and I'm using some of the information from the new moon report that I had done back in January, okay, titled Fame and Infamy, Out for Blood, The User, Unhealthy Ego, Cutthroat Big Business, Goals and Strategy, Changes in Life Direction, and just about face, changing directions. So, who are you really behind that mask that you wear? Are you famous for achieving, or do you shame us with deceiving? Also, too, there's some references here to the man behind the mask, power trips, power struggles, the elites. And with this full moon, there is a leveling of the playing field. Okay, so for some who have been powerless, you're going to be feeling empowered, or you're going to be taking your power back or giving your power back. For others, the power that you were abusing, things are going to get leveled, and this is basically knocked down and crushed back to the beginning. Okay, try again. Sorry, game over. Okay, so in January 5th to be specific, there was a new moon in Capricorn at 15 degrees. It was also a partial solar eclipse in which new ideas about creating goals and strategies to take your life, business, or partnerships in a new direction by transforming your needs. Most of us dealt with a lot of drama in the beginning of the year, and we still are. We are in Leo. We are about to enter Leo season, so we are smack dab full in drama season, drama central. Okay, so at the beginning of the year, it was hard to make any New Year's resolution until some of that energy dissipated or waned, and that was mostly because of the Pluto South Node and Saturn conjuncting with the moon at the end of the year, which left a lot of us in some cold, dark places, like the dark night of the soul. I'm sorry, I couldn't even think about it. People were feeling suicidal, like they all lost hope. They were so depressive, so negative, pessimistic. I mean, people, I actually heard people saying, I wish I would just die. I'm sick of waking up. And it was just really overall sad energy. So that kept a lot of us, until we could shake off that energy, that kept a lot of us from making New Year's resolutions. So when we finally got around to it, by the end of the first week, we were kind of mixed up. We're kind of mixed up and not really sure what we wanted, but we had a few ideas, right? That's what the new moon is all about. Okay, so whatever you started around then, or whatever ideas you came up with, will come to a culmination or fruition right around now, or in the next 6 months. The eclipse energy is going to be effective for approximately 6 months, and it joins and adds to that Cancer full moon, new moon and Cancer eclipse, total solar eclipse that we just had. So we've got these very potent opposing energies that are going to be lasting the whole entire year. Okay, nurturing and power, home and work, business practices, relationship practices, communication, use of power or status, and personal achievement. December 25th will bring one more new moon in Capricorn, this one at 4 degrees, in order to bring about stability through refinement of goals and authority, followed up by an annual solar eclipse on the same day, yet another 6-month energy. So basically, we're going to be in Capricorn energy for the next year. Okay, so there's going to be a whole bunch of things happening. We're going to see things leveling out. Okay, a balance in the powers that be. Totally. And also, too, this is about inner struggle as much as it is about external struggles. This is the Capricorn is the 10th house, which is career, public standing, personal status, fame, success, achievement, public image. It's also where your midhaven is located, your professional or your career. It's your reputation, your mother, your profession, your honor, your rank and credit, or lack thereof, like somebody is not giving you the recognition that you deserve. It is aims and goals, authority figures, bosses, government, judges, responsibilities. It's also about being in the public eye, how the public sees you. Okay, oh boy, and it's hang-ups for psychiatrists to dig through. It's also homosexuality, promotions, leadership ability, and big enterprises. Okay, 10th house is about buttoning down some matters that you've been working on for a while, and it's an accelerated pace because it is a full moon. Okay, so there's a quickening. Things are speeding up, and all of a sudden you got to talk to this person wants to talk to you, you got to go here, you got to do that. Busy, busy, busy. Okay, and I don't know if I mentioned it in the this week I did do a reading, and I was talking about how I've been seeing bees everywhere, and I had a bee land in my hair, and I kept feeling something in my hair, and that's not the first time. The last time I had a bee surrounding me, well, three times. Twice I had him in my hair, and the third time I had him in my hair over here, and the bugger tried to crawl in my ear, bees buzzing in my ear. So basically, a lot of people are slammed with work, slammed with obligations that they have to take care of. Okay, so Capricorn is the energy of determination. It's responsibility, discipline, perseverance, persistence. Capricorns have powerful personalities. They're committed, though. They're committed, alert, eager to learn. They're very practical and organized. And they have a lot of ambition, integrity. And I don't know if they're peacemakers or if they're just peaceful, because they're grounded, right? Earth sign. They're very self-sufficient and a bit solitary, single-minded, okay? And they can obsessively work by themselves. However, sometimes when they're working, it's to compensate for emotional difficulties, okay? And this can be like obsessive isolation, spinning in the head. And that's also, too, the reason why in the reading somebody's been spinning and somebody's been talking their spin too, which Capricorn doesn't talk a lot, but they don't have to be a full Capricorn. I mean, there are sun, moon, rising, and other planets that affect you. So you could be a Capricorn sun, but if you have a Sagittarius moon or Sagittarius rising, they probably can't get you to shut up. Just saying, I mean, and I can't talk because I'm Sagittarius moon also. Sometimes I talk too much. Sometimes I don't talk at all. Anyways, insecurities can be concealed with a sarcastic or dry sense of humor, and the Capricorn energy is feeling terrified of being abandoned and left alone. And you know, it is the opposite of Cancer, which both of those energies are heavy right now. So there's a lot of insecurity, a lot of fear, a lot of feeling like you're alone when you're not. Okay, there are people around you who love you, unless you're a complete asshole and you're just not doing anything to make anything better, and you're just perpetuating power trips and games. Okay, that would be somebody who's like delusional and blind, or has major issues in their natal chart, or their chart is clashing with the energies that are present. Okay. And also with the Capricorn, it can be really hard to reveal your deepest feelings. It kind of makes you seem cold and calculated, but like I told you, it doesn't. Capricorn, this energy doesn't talk a lot. It's mostly action, because they are earth signs, okay? And Capricorn can have trust issues the same way that Cancer can have trust issues. Loyal and steadfast, though, and generous and giving, and dedicated and serious when in a commitment. Now, this is in relationships, and this is in terms of business. Now, the shadow side to this energy, somebody can be rigid. I mean, sticking to your guns and not allowing for any kind of leeway or no exceptions. No nonsense kind of feeling, okay? And there it is, pessimistic, opinionated, materialistic. That's mine, or I own that, or I bought all this, or I own all this. Sorry. You can be over exacting, like, no, don't color outside the line. No, don't color on the line. I want it completely inside the line. It can't touch the line at all. Just nitpicking, it feels like. Okay, and then there's the physical issues with your bones, your back, your spine, your knees, and your teeth. Okay, you could be having a little bit of issues with those, or, you know, if you have accidents, because Mercury is in retrograde, those things can be affected. Okay, and the biggest risk with this Capricorn full moon energy is the risk of a public scandal. Imagine that. We've all been seeing it on the news, and we're going to see a lot more of it, okay? Trust me, you will. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Now, I actually paused it, and it was at 12 minutes and 12 seconds. And if you guys haven't yet, then there's a lot of work that you need to do. If you're not constantly seeing repeating numbers or synchronicities, okay, because synchronicity is the norm. Okay, all this suffering and all this pain that we see around us is not normal. We were not born suffering and in pain. We were born innocent and full of love, and through time and society and our background, we were taught to be how we are now. So this time is all about unlearning what you were told to be and becoming who you truly are. And I forgot what I was talking about because I went off on a tangent. Anyways, so Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and it's currently in its home sign in retrograde at 16 degrees. Okay, Saturn is the planet of time, order, boundaries, limitations, restrictions, commitments, self-discipline, authority, authenticity, structure, responsibility, and karma. Okay, facing your reality, being thorough, and it's an unrelenting breakdown of control issues. I mean, you're repeatedly hit and hit and hit until you let go of control. Okay, the things that you were holding on to, the things that you can't control, you need to let go of that idea that I wish I could just control them. Okay, and let things happen for once. You can't take any shortcuts with Saturn, okay? You are being forced to do things right the first time so it doesn't come back to you. And if this full moon is something coming back to you, well, now here's your chance to do it right, okay? You're lucky. You're getting a lucky second chance to do it right, and that is thanks to Jupiter being in Sagittarius. Okay, now you need to practice patience as you learn your strengths, your limitations, what your authority issues is. Okay, you could be fighting the system. You could be having a lack of boundaries. It's time to assess your failures and learn from your mistakes. And with the Capricorn, you can be too hard on yourself, okay, and too cold to others. It may seem like you don't care, but like I said, not only is this a Capricorn eclipse, but we also still have the Cancer eclipse. So, you know, should I stay or should I go? Should I love or should I not? She loves me not, you know. It's one or the other. You're choosing where you lie. And wherever you started choosing at the beginning of the year, it's now beginning to manifest. Like I said, this Capricorn full moon is at 24, so there's a physical manifestation of this. Okay, being on the level or being leveled or a level playing field. Okay, so currently we have Chiron retrograde in Aries, Uranus is in Taurus, Mars is in Gemini. We have the Sun, the North Node, and Venus all in Cancer, Mercury and Mars conjunct in Leo. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not conjunct in Leo at the time of the full moon. It is right now, today as I film this. Okay, Jupiter retrograde in Sagittarius, and we have Saturn, the South Node, Pluto, and the Moon in Capricorn. Oh boy, Capricorn espresso, serve it up cold. Black Moon Lilith and Neptune retrograde are both in Pisces. Now we have a couple of assisting transits. We have the Moon conjuncting Pluto in Capricorn at 21 degrees. So that's really impulsive and emotional. Okay, eruptions of the subconscious, and people could be careless. They could not give a shit, give a fuck. whichever cuss word you choose, they're not giving it. Okay. Venus opposing Saturn at 16 degrees, that's disappointment or not being compatible, and you could be alone without your love partner or without pleasure or without money. You know, the thing that you love the most, you might be wrenched or pried away from it. So Aries, this is going to be in your 4th house. You have a gift for authority and self-reliance and a mesmerizing personality. You could find that you could use a little more space at home. Space needed, 4th house. Very, very hard. This could be huge fights. You could be feeling claustrophobic. Everybody's getting on each other's nerves because you guys are both spinning. You've got a lot of things that you're dealing with. It's high stress, high strung, and with the Mars squaring Uranus, that energy is, what is today? The 12th? 11th. We're getting to the tail end of the Mars squaring Uranus, but that could have been the beginning of whatever this power struggle is. Okay, and you might just need to get out of the house. Or you could actually open up and have an intimate discussion with somebody about exactly what you're feeling, but you need to actually think about what you're feeling, because if you express yourself and you don't know how you're feeling, then you really don't have anything to say, right? Whatever you choose, you're going to find yourself with matters coming to a headbutt. Okay, and you'll be making conclusions just about how well your internal game plan is working out. Okay, so it's time to assert some boundaries. Be clear and assert yourself. Okay. Taurus, this is going to be in your 5th house. You're going to have executive talent, ability to achieve great rewards, and you'll have hidden depth to character. Who knew you were so sweet? I did. Spontaneity is a watchword right now. It's time to kick back and have a little fun. I love it when the universe says, go party. Okay, so if you do go to a party and you go just a little over the top, most likely you're going to be in good company, okay, because a lot of people are going to be celebrating things right now. There's a lot of passion, a lot of intensity. You guys can be talking story, and everybody is all happy just to be there and be friends with you, okay? If you're trying to work, I don't know, it might be of no use, so just go with the flow. Don't try to work against the tide. Make sure you save things, though. Save things, get a copy, take a picture, because we are in Mercury retrograde, so you never know. If you put something on your computer and you walked away from it, things might go bzzz, and then there's your work up in smoke. Yeah. I'm sorry, not laughing, but I mean, just saying, you know, shit happens, and it could happen. So just cross your T's and dot your I's, and I've been saying that quite a bit this week. Gemini, this is going to be in your 6th house. You have strength and intense resourcefulness and far-ranging interests. If you're not getting something from your diet, exercise, or health program, you need to figure out why, okay? Because you should be really getting things together, and it should be wrapping up and starting to pay off. However, avoid excess and going over the top right now, because just because you feel like you can do more, eat more, Don't. Don't overdo it. Okay, and in terms of work, you may feel overwhelmed. There's so many things to do, and it's got to be done now. Okay, everything's on a time limit, and everything's important right now. But after you put on the finishing touches, you're going to be able to stand back and be like, I did that. That was me. Okay, it's also a good time for an office party. Okay, you don't need a reason for one, just throw one. What the hell? Just celebrate what you've done. Cancer, this is going to be in your 7th house. You are creative, you're a dynamic force, and you could attract wealth and fame at this time. It's a great time to let your partner shine and just lay back and appreciate it all. Okay, that can mean enjoying the fruits of your mutual labors, or it can mean finally fully connecting with somebody. Okay, in either case, you're going to be rewarded for connecting closely with somebody you've been developing something special with for a while. Okay, and it's going to take center stage, and you can lean on the familiarity you already have to support what comes next. This can also apply equally well in business in business and romance, as long as you're dealing with an equal on equal ground. Okay, reciprocity and being open to receiving as well as giving, both. It takes two in this case. The essence is that you bring things to full bloom right now, so you can begin harvesting what you've sown. Leo, this is going to be in your 8th house. You have a gift for authority and self-reliance and a mesmerizing personality, just like the rest of the fire signs. If you've been chasing down that extra credit line, looking for a better deal on a mortgage or an equity loan, this is likely the time to pull it all together, as long as you've got all your ducks in a row. That may mean scrambling for some last-minute details, paperwork, or information to make the deadline, but there's a serious potential here. It's also good psychic weather for putting the finishing touches on restoration projects, picking up that antique that you've been wanting and clearing out, purging, getting rid of the things that you've been collecting and procrastinating on getting rid of. Okay, you're going to have the courage to toss those useless things out that you've been hoarding, and you're going to feel free. It will feel good when you're done. Okay, so your job for this week or for these next 6 months with the Capricorn energy is finish clearing the decks for action. Virgo, this is going to be in your 9th house. You're going to have executive talent, the ability to achieve great rewards, and a hidden depth to character. Okay, like the Taurus, you're sweet. Who knew? Okay, so for you, you're thinking big, stretching your imagination, and pushing the envelope on your beliefs and feelings. You're going to have your eyes opened. Okay, and for those of you who are in denial, they'll be pried open. The energy is in the air to expand your window on the world, especially where it's been an ongoing operation already in the works. Things might suddenly put it together, and you're going to be like, all right, what do I do with this now? Okay, where do I drop this? But don't worry about it. Just hold on to it, and the area where you need to use this will open up for you. Okay, it'll take care of itself down the line. Look for some good news on the legal front. Things are wrapping up and they come to conclusion, but don't count your chickens yet. Don't hold your breath, because you can overestimate. Overconfidence might do you in. Some main issues can get resolved now, as everyone is willing to cooperate and compromise. Okay, if on the principle, not necessarily on the details, but we can work that out later, right? As long as we agree to the main idea. Libra, this is going to be in your 10th house. You have strength and intense resourcefulness and far-ranging interests, like the other air signs. This may be the perfect time to button down some career matters that have been under development for a while. Okay, although things are speeding up, it seems like everything's accelerated and there's some last-minute things coming in. You can have a better picture of just where you stand and what people think of you and what you're doing, your product or your service. Okay, now is a good time for promoting yourself. Okay, blast that promotion, whatever it is that you do, because for you right now, public relations has extra carrying power. The buzz about you comes in a rising crescendo that peaks now, so start figuring out ways to take it to the bank. Although you may be tempted to hide away at home, do take time out for a few days to fly your own freak flag. Okay, do what you gotta do, take time for you, and then come back. Scorpio, this is going to be in your 11th house. You're going to feel creative. You'll have dynamic force, and you might just attract wealth and fame. Okay, for you, relaxation, comfort with your surroundings, and the warmth and glow of friends can be the watchwords for this full moon. If you're willing to disconnect from the daily grind and tap into your personal happy side for a while. Okay, there's food, there's company, there's talking stories and adventures, and it just will make you feel so full and so happy to realize that you have such good friends, okay, and that you guys have a lot of love. There's a lot of love between you guys, and it's not money and it's not possessions that's important to you. It's the love, okay? Also the Cancer energy, right? Feeling the love. Okay, satisfaction comes from just letting things happen for a moment and inviting in all the blessings that surround you despite the rigors of existence, Mercury retrograde. If you want a peak experience, it's coming, it's in the wings, roll it out. Put your seal on the relationships that elevate and support you, okay? Show some love. Sagittarius, this is going to be in your 12th house. You have a gift for authority and self-reliance and a mesmerizing personality. And although this full moon may seem to place you in between dream and hallucination, in between worlds, it emphasizes the ability to perceive and commune with your inner self in ways you might have been cut off from. Intuition, okay? I love it. And with the Cancer and the Capricorn energy, it's Sagittarius, okay, and 12th house. That's like triple duple, double, super, triple intuition, okay? So this is super psychic. The intensity in the air breaks barriers and allows you to heal wounds now that they've come to light. In the more mundane affairs, things being cooked up behind the scenes come to fruition, although you may have to take some precautions, okay? If this is supposed to be a secret or a surprise, watch your mouth. If not, you know, go for it. Let people know when you're fully ready to go public with it. And you want to avoid confrontations right now because it could put you at a disadvantage. So be a little bit more subtle to gain your ends when emotions run high. Yes, I'm saying manipulate it, but manipulate for the good reason. Capricorn, this is going to be in your 1st house. You will have executive talent, the ability to achieve great rewards, and hidden depth to character. For a day or so, you might see that things get fairly wacky in your surroundings, and one of the causes may be you, okay? Are you tripping? The time is right, and the pressure is on to bring some things to conclusion, okay? Critical projects, and put finishing touches on, and show the world what you're all about. The emphasis is not so much on what you've done, but who are you? Who you are, and it's the right time to let your personality out of the box and shine. I'm me. The whole set of circumstances may have you giggling a little bit, but that's part of the surrounding picture at the full moon, and this is your time to take a ride on that energy and put your personal mark on what comes of it. Aquarius, this is going to be in your 2nd house. You will have strength and intense resourcefulness and far-ranging interests. Things are going to be kind of intense for you. You're going to be under a little bit more intense energies than usual. It's time to wrap things up financially and collect on projects that have ended, okay, or have come to fruition. And generally tie up loose ends and end loose ties. That should mean that watch your money. You don't need to spend that much this time, but it's kind of hard to do at the full moon because everything is crazy, okay, and judgment is crazy. Your judgment could be off, okay? Put your focus on that one last payment, the final accessory, because you want to round things out, what you've done. Put on the final touches and then showcase it. It's time to show off what you got and make the most of it, not keep piling it on, okay? So concentrate on reaping the rewards at this time and save the new ideas for later. Pisces, this is going to be in your 3rd house. You are creative, you're a dynamic force, and you could attract wealth and fame. Now for you, don't everybody talk at once, okay? That's what you might be saying as the volume level around you peaks and everybody's trying to get a message through, including you, okay? I need to talk to this person, this person, this person, this person. I got to go do this. And in the meantime, your phone's ringing off the hook. Your text messages and your email is piling up. And, you know, even letters in the mail. you got a lot of running around to do, and a lot of people are also trying to get a hold of you. Now the full moon is like that in general, but this full moon is going to be especially wordy as you finish up some correspondence and tie up some loose ends as the links that you've established really begin to amount to something. Yes, that means crowding in a lot of important last minute things in the span of a few days, so don't overschedule yourself in advance. Leave plenty of room for that last minute situation that needs to be addressed now. Okay, concentrate on the things that require to be finished, concluded, or closed right now, and save the new ideas later when they can get proper attention. Didn't I just say that with Aquarius? Anyways, body parts that are affected during the 6-month eclipse energy. It could be your bones with stiff joints, rheumatism, orthopedic issues, also in the back, the spine, the knees, and the teeth. And body parts affected during the full moon energy, which is 1 week before and 1 week after. Could be your stomach, digestive system, body fluids, lymph glands, soft midsection area. Uh-oh. I think I messed that up. I lied. Okay, scratch that. Just the bones, back, spine, knees, teeth, stiff joints, rheumatism, orthopedic issues. I'm sorry about that. I used like a generic fill-in that I created, and I forgot to delete something from when I did the Cancer total solar eclipse. All right, guys, so other energies exist during the week. If you want to know more about body parts affected or other energies, watch my horoscope video for this week, and I'll be releasing the one for next week, today or tomorrow, possibly Monday. We'll see how it rolls. I'll see you guys later. Take care.